Hello YouTube. It's 10:05 p.m. Um, Still Tuesday. November. It's November now. November 2nd, 2021. And I know I said a month ago it was Lily's birthday, but it's actually Lily's birthday today. I really struggle with dates, including but not limited to my own children's birthdays. So wherever you are, Lily, happy birthday. She's 12 today. So, still don't know where she is. I'm trying really hard not to let that get me too down, because God knows I have enough things getting me down right now. And including the money thing. Now it seems like at this point I'm struggling to juggle my credit cards, and that's something I've never had to struggle with before. Usually there's always been enough to whack those balances down. Like, something happens and I'm able to, and I'll use that to make sure that I get what I need to get. But usually I knock my balances down pretty low pretty fast. But at this point, I've been pretty much struggling since January of 2020. So not quite 2 years, but I just can't seem to catch a break that lasts. I only got one Taylor Swift record left to sell, so I probably better hurry up and get that one listed. I have sold a little bit. I'm coming back from the bank. It's kind of weird when I got to do a $22 deposit just to try to make sure a credit card payment doesn't bounce, or doesn't cause a bounce in my. At this point, it's just like a game of trying to make sure I don't get any late fees, because I can't afford any kind of fees. I think I can juggle everything else still, as long as everything's where it needs to be. I don't have any fees. But it's pretty shocked to the card that I've been using when I go to the post office to do my shipping. It just denied shipping for medium mail for one CD. So that's pretty scary, because I think I've got my storage pulling out of that one right now too. So I gotta sort that out. So I've the homeless people just sitting in bus stops and using that as their homeless shelter thing is becoming really frustrating, as somebody who kind of needs those spots to sit and wait for a bus. The bus stop that you just saw me walk by, that's where I got off the bus. I took the bus from Van Buren up to almost Thomas to walk over to the Chase Bank, and off there's a woman sitting there. That's like her shelter. She got like a cart with stuff in it, and she's just camped out on that bench. I don't know. I get so many mixed feelings about the homeless, and I feel like I'm teetering on the edge of homelessness myself. It's for as much as I'm struggling to find something that I'm functional at that wants me, I've still got a phone and a home. I'm really struggling on the transportation end, but it does. I do find it really sad when I go into a video like the one that John Oliver just did about homelessness, or the numerous ones that German in Venice has done, and so many comments are just like, "Oh, those lazy fuckers should get a job." Really? Are you going to hire them? Because when at this point, when you're down that far, it's very, very difficult to apply for a job. And if someone comes in to talk to you and you look like that lady at the bus stop who really, really looks like she could use a bath and a change of clothes, nobody's hiring you. Nobody's hiring you. I mean, as it is, that lady looks like she's probably around 70, you know. I mean, she shouldn't be working at that age anyway, really. But you know, when you're that age and you're looking for work, you know, you're going to deal with the discrimination of ageism because nobody wants to hire somebody that old. And speaking of hiring somebody that old, I mentioned that I don't know what's going on down there at Oak, but that's a lot of flashing lights. And of course the iPhone does not want to focus, as per always. It's a pretty psychedelic effect, but it doesn't really show what the hell's going on. Anyway, there's a lot of emergency vehicles and flashing lights over at Oak and 44th. Anyway, there's nobody wants to hire somebody that's old. Speaking of people that shouldn't still be working, so I was driving with my daughter, who's 19, and of course she should be working. I mean, I honestly think she should be in school, but that's another discussion for another day. And I rode with her while she was doing Uber Eats and DoorDash, and she did quite well with it, which made me all the more frustrated that I'm unable to do that because of my background check. But and she did tell me she made more money with me helping her navigate versus, you know, having the apps telling her where to go. And you know, and how to avoid traffic and whatnot. In fact, on one of her orders, I came up with kind of an unusual way to get there quicker, and we ended up getting there so quick that the order wasn't ready when we got there. So, which is cool. We got to chill out at Honey Bear's Barbecue, which is one of the best smelling places in Phoenix. So, anyway, I'm not sure how much she spent on gas that night, but it seems like she brought in about 250 plus during the roughly 11 hours we were on the road. So anyway, what I was going to say about that was while we were out, at one point we picked up an order to deliver from Wendy's. So Wendy's in Tempe on Baseline. And the one order wasn't ready, so they had us park so they'd bring it out to us. And the guy that brought it out to us looked to be older than Bernie Sanders. Had actually looked really similar to Bernie Sanders. And like, wow. The thought of somebody that age having to work at Wendy's. How much is this country failing as a society when somebody that age has to work at Wendy's? Really? And it's one thing to, you know, turn a calloused eye and say, well, he should have saved for retirement. You should have saved for retirement. Oh yeah, everybody should save for retirement. But you know, some people can't. I'm not able to save for retirement right now. Shit, I'm struggling every month just to pay my rent, you know. So what am I supposed to save for retirement? You know, and it's not like I'm frivolously spending on, you know, extra shit. I'm not eating avocado toast. I mean, I'm living on kind of a cheap value menu stuff, and at this point I'm only eating about every other day, so it's not like I'm spending frivolously on food. You know, I'm using an iPhone 6s Plus that I purchased secondhand. A person rebuilt out of used parts. I think I paid $150 cash for it, and I'm not even paying for phone service at this point. I'm getting service through that god-awful Obama phone, and I don't even have proper service on this iPhone. So I mean, I can't cut that bill any farther. It's down to zero. And this phone I paid at like $150 for. The other phone was free. I don't know that I can make my electric bill any cheaper. I haven't turned on my heat yet this year. I'm just bundling up with extra blankets. Not driving. I mean, it's just there's really nothing, there's nothing left I can do to save. So save for retirement? Are you kidding me? Anyway, I just seemed really sad to see somebody that elderly having to bring out a bag from Wendy's to the car. Anyway, that is all. I'm going to the Dirty Drummer. I overheard, the last time I was at the Dirty Drummer, I overheard somebody say that they had karaoke there on Tuesday, which is pretty frustrating to me because I could have sworn the one owner manager told me that the last time I inquired about doing karaoke here that they weren't ready to bring karaoke back yet, but he'd be in touch when they were. And it looks like somebody else again chose to hire somebody instead of me. And there's only so many bars that are close, and this is one I could do just fine without a vehicle. I mean, it's walking distance from home. But anyway, I'm gonna go in, find out, and if there's somebody else doing the karaoke, whatever, I'll take my lumps and have a pint of Miller Lite and sing a song and try to believe that there's something better in the future. But every day it just seems like I have less and less of a future to live for.